Hello and thanks again for checking out this what if video about how I think a battle between Cars and Jonathan Joestar could go. If you like this video, drop a like and subscribe so you can see my next JoJo's video, a what if about Jonathan and Dio having to work together to fight all the Pillar Men. So be sure to check back in to see when that video comes out. But if you're ready for this what if battle, then the real story starts now. The moon alone towered in the night sky, adding only an eerie glow over the trees and in the empty clearing where the fate of humanity would be decided. Jonathan stands proud as the sole being unafraid of Cars. Jonathan Joestar, Cars hissed, his voice carrying an air of superiority. You are but a mere human. Do you truly believe you can stand against me? Why not instead join me as one of my servants controlling the other human dogs? Jonathan grits his teeth, disgusted just by the thought of joining this vile creature standing before him. Listen here, foul beast. I have no intention of letting you live, so you can save your breath. Cars shouts over Jonathan before composing himself, saying, You will address me by my name, Cars, when you speak to me. It's the least you can do to respect your better. Cars says, still trying to break Jonathan's confidence. But Jonathan snaps back. I have no interest in learning a scoundrel's name, especially one as wicked as you. Angered by the disrespect, Cars lunges forward, his body contorting as he aims to kill Jonathan. But Jonathan was ready. He sidestepped the attack and with a driven focus slams his fist into Cars' side, a solid blow that sends the Pillar Man stumbling back. Cars' lips curl in to a wicked smile. Impressive, Joestar, but you underestimate the power I wield as the strongest of all the Pillar Men. With a snap of his fingers, a bright light flashes, then forms into a blade, jutting from his arm. Cars lunges again, this time with a blade aiming for Jonathan's neck. Jonathan stays calm and focused, just as he has always done, facing any challenge, but Cars is unlike any foe he has ever encountered. With a deep breath, Jonathan summoned his Hammond Ripple energy, channeling it into every inch of his body. When Cars' blade came perilously close to Jonathan, who expertly weaves around the blow with the boxing experience he gained in his youth. But Cars, undeterred by his missed attacks, continues his barrage, mixing in hard strikes and kicks with his expert blade skills. But still, Jonathan pressed on, evading the attacks he couldn't withstand until he struck with a perfectly timed counter punch to the stomach. Cars doubles over in pain from the massive strike, but also the Hammond sent into his body. Seeing his new opponent, Jonathan continued his assault, trying to land a head strike to hopefully end the fight, but a desperate Cars is barely able to break and bend his body to avoid the attack, and counter with one of his own strikes, badly slicing Jonathan's chest and dropping him momentarily to a knee. Cars laughs at Jonathan, saying, Your misplaced belief that you could stand against a god like me started off annoying, but now it's just humorous. You humans are nothing but cattle for us to watch over and take as we need. Now, understand your place and assume your role before I kill you and your whole pathetic bloodline. Jonathan lifts himself back to his feet with a smile. Thanks for giving me a chance to catch my breath. Now, if you're done talking, I'll show you what makes us humans better than you antiquated Pillar Men. Cars flies into a fit of rage, wildly swinging his light blade towards Jonathan, who stands unfazed and unafraid, blocking it with his fist, empowered by his Hammond. The impact sends shockwaves through the air and cracking the ground beneath them. Cars is at a loss for words as to how a mere human could stand so boldly against him. But when he sees the determination in Jonathan's eyes, he begins to understand. Jonathan sees that Cars' confidence is beginning to waver, and uses the opportunity to hopefully teach the Pillar Man the error of his ways. Jonathan tells the monster in front of him, You Pillar Men have gone extinct as we humans prospered, not because of your weakness to the sun, but because of your lack of will and determination. You were content hiding in the shadows, while us humans weren't satisfied till you were all purged from our world. And I'm glad that I, Jonathan Joestar, will be the one to deliver the final blow. Cars, prepare to die. With another deep breath, Jonathan unleashes a pulse of Hammond overdrive, causing Kars' blade to shatter under the force of the ripple. Stunned and vulnerable, Jonathan seizes the opportunity, delivering a series of rapid and precise strikes that left Kars reeling. But Kars was not one to be defeated easily. With a roar, he unleashes his fury, his body undergoing a horrifying transformation as he twists and spins his body, causing a tornado-esque attack of deadly spinning blades. But still, Jonathan presses forward, telling himself Kars is sloppy and desperate, and carefully watches and studies his opponent, hoping for some idea of how to deal with Kars. Jonathan can only think for a moment before Kars is hot on his tail, forcing him to run for his life as Kars rips through everything in his path. The battle between the two lasts for hours, as neither man has an edge. Kars does have his almost infinite energy and natural strength advantage, but still can't find a way to put away the stubborn human, whose will to fight only seems to grow stronger as the battle progresses. But while Kars was desperate, Jonathan was calm and stuck to his plan, continuing with every ounce of strength, forcing himself to fight on, while falling back out of the forest and into the open field created by Kars' relentless spinning attack. Kars, seeing Jonathan retreat, begins to regain his confidence, thinking, this fool has left himself a sitting duck. Now, sensing triumph, Kars lunges at Jonathan with all his might, pinning him to the ground. Finally, the fly is caught, Kars thinks, as he readies his blade to finish off Jonathan. But, instead of pushing the Pillar Man away, Jonathan pulls him closer, saying, you lost this fight for one reason. Humanity will never give up. No matter how hard you knock us humans down, we will rise again, just like the morning sun. Kars tries not to laugh at Jonathan's goody two-shoes lip service, but he quickly realizes what the young man means. Kars looks to the sky and can see that it's just moments away from being morning. Kars tries to run, but Jonathan has a vice-like grip on the monster, asking, what's wrong? Are you scared to fight me in the daylight, you coward? A panicked Kars tries ignoring Jonathan, only focusing on getting away to safety, but it's no use. Kars can't break the grip of Jonathan. So, Kars summons his light blade and stabs it into Jonathan's side, hoping to break his grip, but even that doesn't faze the monster wrapped around Kars. What's wrong with you? Kars says. Don't you care about your own life and well-being? As he stabs Jonathan again. But Jonathan just doesn't budge, only staring daggers into Kars as he says, I told you, I will be the one to send you Pillarmen to your graves. Whatever happens after that is worth it. Kars desperately tries crawling away, but finally as the first rays of morning sun hit them both, Kars begins to disintegrate into ash, his ancient evil finally vanquished. Jonathan watches with satisfaction as the Pillarman's remains are blown away by the wind as he tries catching his breath one final time. But with no energy left, he is forced to just sit and think about what's to come next. Jonathan knew that his battle against the forces of darkness would never truly end, but on this night he had won a hard-fought victory, and as the sun rose over his estate, Jonathan mentally prepared to face whatever new challenges awaited him in the eternal struggle between good and evil. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, subscribe so you can keep helping the channel grow and get me to post videos on a more consistent basis. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time.